Well, this looks like a nice place. Hopefully it's as nice inside as it looks outside.
Oh, it's open. That's not a good sign.
It's practically empty as well.
This is Calliope's apartment? I don't know what I was expecting,
Art to music.
Not this. Hello? Oh, sure, Grace, good job. Just announce to the killer
I feel like
that you're
Stephanie
here.
might be here if it's her apartment.
I better have a look around.
Ooh, okay. Look at let's look at the paintings. Oh, look at that ceiling. That ceiling looks gorgeous. Confirm.
Did she paint that? Looks like it belongs in a museum.
What's just instrument? What's this? Oh, the piano. We need to look at the piano.
So many instruments in here. Did she play all of them?
I'd imagine so. She's had many years to, you know, check them all, hasn't she? To check them all, to learn them all.
After Calliope left the audition, where did she go? Did she follow me? Did she come here?
We've got an Elvis picture. Where's this? Oh, do you think she met Elvis?
I want to believe this is just an ironic photo of Elvis and she wasn't like his muse or...
So I think we're just looking at everything. Oh, because we can go upstairs now. But we'll have a look around.
That's beautiful. How do you even get one of these?
A lot of money, probably. Oh, what? Oh, okay.
Andy Warhol, yeah, that makes sense. I wonder how many celebrities she knew.
She at least knew him and Elvis, right?
A giant harp. Of course there's a giant harp.
I just have to double click it. Why is there a confirm at the bottom?
Right. These aren't... Do I inherit these as the new muse? Is that even okay to ask?
Probably not okay to ask. Let's head up. I feel like nothing could be hidden
here. Maybe there's something upstairs?
in the room that you first walk in, you know? But maybe upstairs in her private bedroom. There'd be something a little bit more private to look at.
Keep it together, Grace. It's just your average, everyday...
There were only 3 muses, you know, not 9.
Oh, 9, I was right.
Whenever they found someone who made something truly masterful or created a new art form, they'd pass on their idol on. Take a new name. You see, that's how the mortals became confused. They got it wrong. Like they got almost everything about us wrong.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
What are you doing? Sitting here in the dark?
What does it look like I'm doing?
Preparing your villainous monologue?
I'm grieving. For a dear friend. If I may ask, how did you find this place? And what are you doing here?
What do you mean, what am I doing here? Yeah, we'll throw Pan under the bus. He didn't tell us not to tell anybody.
Pan told me about it. I was hoping I could find something, some clue about what happened.
You've already met Pan? How odd.
Well, at least he lifted a finger to help me. For his own gain, maybe, but it's better than nothing.
I honestly wish I could help you, Grace. You and Calliope both deserved better.
So why can't you help me?
Why can't you help me exactly? Pan said there's no specific rule against it.
It's not that I'm forbidden to help you, Grace. It's that you don't want my help.
Why
Of
not?
course I do! You have to know more than me about
Why not?
almost
What
everything.
secret are you hiding from me?
My help will only make things worse.
How is that possible? I've been sentenced to death.
And without my help, you stand a chance of avoiding that fate.
Okay. So, if you can't help me, why did you
I should
speak
thank
up
you
for me?
for, speaking up for me.
It wasn't right, what they were doing.
It still isn't. I still need help.
I'm not disputing that, Grace. I just don't think that I'm the one to help you.
Okay. So what can you tell me about Calliope?
Can you tell me about Calliope? I barely knew her, but she seemed...
She was a beautiful soul, if troubled.
Troubled?
She thought the idols had lost their way.
So she's made enemies. She has definitely made enemies.
We needed to change. We hadn't spoken in years. I hadn't seen her home before today.
Fair
I
enough.
talk about it.
But that one sentence makes me pretty sure that she that it was one of the Chorus, if she's been that outspoken against them. So why is this room such a mess?
This room is a mess. Did you do this?
With this? It was like this when I got here.
And you didn't think that was in the least bit strange?
Maybe not.
I didn't think much of it. I came here to be reminded of Calliope.
It's not
to
necessarily a weird
search
thing.
through her things. That and it's it's cleaner than my place.
So it might not be messy downstairs, but this is like her personal area, so she might not have thought she needed to keep it clean. But also, there could have been somebody who'd ransacked this place afterwards. So there could be a clue.
So you didn't mess up the room, but someone must have. There could be a clue.
A clue?
Nothing that I've seen. All this mess, as you put it, is likely the result of her projects.
What kind
Her
of projects?
When Calliope got an idea in her head, she would obsess over it, sometimes for months, even years. I don't know what she was involved with lately, but this... for
Okay,
her,
so it's
this
more likely that
is
she's the one
nothing.
that's made the mess. Okay, so you're not helping me at all.
So let me get this straight. You'll speak up for me, but you won't lift a finger to help.
You don't want me to do more.
Why not?
You keep saying that, but it doesn't make any sense. If you didn't want to help, that'd be one thing. But insisting I don't want you to? Why not?
Whoa, he's tall. That was intimidating for a moment. Is he going to start singing?
I can't do this.
Don't you want the truth? Yeah, like, I'm not disagreeing that I won't want your help, but I need to know why you think this.
I can see this is hard for you, I really can. But I don't understand.
You don't know what you're asking.
Do I have to beg? For whatever reason you helped me before. My life is still on the line.
Oh, I'm using my magic.
No, I haven't sung in centuries.
According to Pan, I can't force anyone to do anything.
Phantom pains from a missing friend, feeding thoughts that never end. What did I do? What didn't I do?
So what? Maybe she tried to get him to help her,
Here she is, only in your head.
and now he's just...
Long gone fights, but they're never dead. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Calliope, what was she to you?
Years, thousands of years.
Oh my gosh, look at them! Just...
We walked side by side. She tried, said there's other paths.
She wanted to turn and you didn't
Walk the
go.
same, never the same.
And that's the other gods, the other idols.
I have roads I like, smooth.
And he didn't want to rock the boat.
She got tired. weren't the same, never the same.
Calliope, she's the way to be. Facing out, finding ways to see beyond what's dead, reaching ahead.
Yeah, that was her. A meteor, a blazing star, and she was no more. What did I do? What didn't I do?
Can't keep doing nothing, my man.
Years, thousands of years. You walked, kept your eyes down. Look around. You need to
Yeah, are you even happy as you are?
If you walk the same, you'll be to blame.
But I've tried.
Never with me. We haven't tried.
Oh, she's trying to make him have like.
Let's see.
So it's yes, you'll do
I
this.
still don't know why he doesn't want me
It's
to
time.
have him help.
Time.
Is it just his
to
guilt or is it something more?
She'd approve.
She is gone. It's time for change. Never the same.
Oh, it's his light, right?
That hidden voice, it will always play. On a loop, it'll always say, what did I do? What didn't I do? It's a song you can't erase, but you can make a tiny space.
I really love these songs and like the images that come. Really amazingly shown.
Very well, I'll help. Though I'm uncertain what you expect me to do.
Athena called you the god of prophecy, didn't she? Isn't that telling the future?
Prophecy is the last thing you need, Grace.
Yeah, that's kind of like a prophecy means that one thing will happen, and as long as there's not a prophecy, anything could happen next. Like, what if he does a prophecy and it shows that you're gonna die? Like, then you can't change it. Can you explain why?
It'd be helpful if you could explain why, exactly. This is all new to me, remember?
Yes, of course, that's true. It's so easy to forget that. To receive a prophecy is not simply to be told what might happen, it's to be told what will happen. To know a prophecy is to be bound to its outcome. Only in ignorance is one free to choose.
So yeah, so like that's what I meant, like that's exactly what I said. Like, if he does a prophecy and it shows that you're gonna fail this and in a week you're gonna die, like, how are we gonna change things? That doesn't sound
You're right,
helpful.
that sounds like it wouldn't be much of a help. Even to you.
Oh, I've dared prophesy too many times. To know what comes and then be unable to do anything about it.
Yeah, I get it.
Worse, prophecies are never crystal clear. Sometimes you won't understand the full meaning until it's too late.
Okay, is there any other way you can
Okay,
help?
is there anything you can do that isn't prophecy related?
Not directly, but yes, possibly. Come with me. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Ooh, okay. Okay. Oh, and we put the light on, so we left in light. That's nice. Wow. This is a mess. Is this a new character, or is it Hermes?
This is where you live?
Oh, yes, sometimes. And excuse the mess. I don't get many visitors.
Yeah, aren't idols
Are
rich?
idols broke? In all those years, you couldn't save up enough money to afford a housekeeper?
You know, I guess I never worried about it much. Maybe I should.
You said I'm here to meet someone?
Ah, yes. Do you know what an oracle is?
I really wish I had like some of the clever stuff, but I didn't choose that, did I? Fortune teller?
Someone who tells the future?
Not quite. They serve as a channel of sorts for my powers. This allows them to offer insight, knowledge they have no earthly means to possess. There's always been one. Over the ages, no matter where I go, one manages to find me.
Meaning there's an oracle here.
There is.
Hello.
What?
I have brought someone to see you.
Wow.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not a magic fortune cookie. Is that what Paul told you? Oracle's my handle. And even if I was the Oracle,
Paul.
I'm certainly not his
Polo.
Oracle.
Uh-huh.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Oracle.
Well, she's got better manners than the last lady you brought here. But at least that one had a casserole. Do you have a casserole?
I do not.
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Look, I'm sure he told you all sorts of nonsense. I use computers.
Well, that
I'm
could
a
be
hacker.
useful.
That's it.
Can you find out what
I
Calliope was
ask
up to, like
very
the last
little
couple of
you,
stuff?
Oracle. Your help here would be appreciated.
Fine. Don't get your abs in a twist. Okay, so Paul brought you all this way just to see little old me. What's on your mind, sis?
So you're good with computers.
So you're an oracle who uses the internet, huh?
Like I said, it's my handle, and yeah. It's a sweet setup, huh? Some of it's even legit.
The parts I purchased for her, presumably.
Bargain for, fair and square. And I keep telling you to get me an Ethernet cable.
I don't know what that is.
It's the 21st century, Paul. And your 21st century Oracle needs her some download speed, okay?
So you call
You
him
keep saying
Paul.
Paul. Do you mean Apollo?
Yeah, I know. Apollo, if that is his real name, says he's a god of prophecy, blah, 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 blah.
But you don't believe him.
Believe him? Who'd believe that?
Somebody who
It's
saw a
super
glowing
weird,
doorway.
but he's a decent guy, so he can be Apollo if he wants, but I just can't call him that.
And you live with him?
Do you live here?
I crash here, yeah. Better here than home.
She showed up one day, as the oracles do. Naturally, she is welcome to stay as long as she likes.
Fair enough, yeah.
And see the way he talks. I thought maybe he was a creepiverse, but nah, Paul's aight.
The highest of praise.
He'd be more alright if he did some laundry.
Okay. Let's not get into their relationship. I need information.
I'm looking for information about someone named Calliope. Can you help?
Oh, the lady from that apartment I sent Paul to. Yeah, I've been checking that out.
What did I tell you?
I looked it up. You could do the same if you learned to use a computer.
But he's got you to do that for him.
Here, hold up, I'll show you. There. The apartment was originally purchased 2 years ago by a holding company, Core with a K Enterprises.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Oh,
That
I
would
already
be
knew that. I got spoiled about that
Persephone.
then. Is that a surprise?
You weren't expecting that?
I wasn't aware Persephone and Calliope were friendly. Certainly not friendly enough for Persephone to
How
give
long has it been
Calliope
since
an
you've talked to
apartment.
Calliope, though?
The good news is that Persephone is easy to find. I can take you to her if you like.
I'm thinking she won't be happy to see me.
Persephone is rarely happy to see anyone.
Great! We're all done now.
We are.
Thank you for your help, Oracle. Please, do try to get out from behind your screens at least once today. Perhaps go for a walk.
Yeah, sure, will do. Leave a tip on your way out.
Yeah, at least, go out and have a walk, go to a coffee place. Okay, let's go see Persephone then. We're going to the underworld. Time to confront Persephone at her nightclub. I don't think she's the one that's there. But then again, she feels like the first person we're going to be accusing, so maybe it is. So, nope. Calliope. Yeah, because it tells me here that she was saying that apartment 1 belongs to Persephone. Like, why would you spoil that for me and then just reveal it later? Okay, so Calliope was one of 3 idols called the Muses. The last one still living according to Apollo. Once they were his constant companions, but in the last few years they grew apart. Calliope was angry at how the idols had lost their way and apparently argued with everyone a lot. Which doesn't sound like the Calliope I met at all. If it's true, it means she wasn't the most popular idol, and there may be more suspects than I imagined. Yeah, like, if she's arguing about everyone. I visited Calliope's apartment. It was gorgeous, filled with every musical instrument you could imagine, and memorabilia dating back, I don't know, 100 years or more. She had everything she could ever possibly want or need at her fingertips. Is this what it's meant to be a muse? Maybe. There's nothing for you guys. So yeah, I went to Calliope's apartment, and who should I find there? Apollo, sitting there in the dark, in a room that had obviously been turned inside out by somebody searching for something. He says he didn't do it, and that he was there mourning Calliope. They were close for a long time, it seems, but a rift began between them a couple of years ago that never quite healed. Was it the kind of rift that might lead to a murder? For one, he keeps saying that helping me would do more harm than good. What does that even mean? According to him, his prophecies lock you into your fate as soon as you hear them, which could be good or bad, I guess. Apparently they're not always 100% clear, so maybe he's right. Maybe it's better not to know. Thankfully, Apollo did have another way to help me, namely through a teenage computer whiz who lives in his dump of a home, the Oracle, or just Oracle as she insists that's her handle. She found out that Calliope's apartment was owned by Persephone, so we're off to her nightclub to ask her why. Okay, so we've got... Does Persephone have something here? Yeah, so according to the Oracle, Persephone owns the apartment Calliope was living in, so they knew each other. They were close. I guess she's next on my list of idols to talk to, though I have a feeling she's not going to be very happy to see me. And then there's nothing else for Pan. So we're heading... Is her thing actually called the Underworld? Because of course it is. Oh dear. She's not going to kill me outright. I trust enough about that. And I don't believe she's the one that killed Calliope.
Welcome to the Underworld.
Wow. How have I never heard of this place?
Hey, there's Pan.
Persephone keeps it a secret, while still managing to draw a crowd every
And
night.
there's
Don't
another
ask me
guy.
how.
I don't know who that is.
Here in the Underworld, idols can be themselves,
Hermes.
even if they don't look human.
So not your kind
Do
of
you
place?
come here often?
Oh, no. Persephone and I aren't friends.
Is she friends with anyone?
Not many, no. Except Calliope, apparently. If we're to find Persephone in all this,
So
we'll
maybe
need to
that's
split up.
where they bonded.
Have you
because neither
considered
of them
what
that
you'll say
like.
to her?
I'll be persuasive.
I'll figure something out. I can be persuasive when I want to be.
I don't think it's gonna
I'm
help.
aware. I'm just not sure even you could sweet talk Persephone.
Is that a challenge?
It's the truth.
It's the truth. If Persephone really
think he's
was
also the
friends
god
with
of truth,
Calliope,
so I'm like,
talking to
yes.
you might be the last thing she wants. You need to be prepared to use your powers, as you did with me. Come find me in the crown if you need anything. Otherwise, be careful, Grace.
I will try. Oh, Eros. Okay. We'll talk to Pan first. This definitely seems like his sort of place.
As I live and breathe, if it isn't our dear muse.
Hello.
Hi, Pan.
Tell me, have you decided to leave your troubles behind and join us in the land of shadows and
I
revelry?
would love to, but I'm looking for Penelope. Thanks
I
for the
should
address.
thank you for the address. It's what led me here.
No need to thank me. You'll owe me.
It's politeness,
Remember.
my dude.
How you managed to stir the sun god from his oh so tiresome gloom, I cannot imagine. Nicely done.
You knew I'd find him there?
Did you know Apollo would be at that apartment?
However, would I know something like
I
that?
don't know, but you don't
See,
seem
you play
surprised.
innocent, but I just don't believe you.
Flatterer.
So, I like how it's, what are you doing here? Like,
I'm
this
guessing
is
it's
his
a
place.
total coincidence that I'm running into you here.
It must be. The alternative would be that I knew a great many things ahead of time.
Well, did you?
Do I look like an oracle?
No,
I am
this
here
feels
to
like
listen
his
to
sort of
thrilling
place that he'd
music
hang out
and meet
at.
delicious people. My tastes are simple.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of simple tastes, my glass is empty again. The service here is appalling.
Do you come here often?
I assume you're a regular at this club?
And why would you assume that? dear
Oh, I
Grace?
don't know.
The horns, the... you... Do you know Persephone well?
There is no knowing Persephone well. She won't have it.
I wonder what
Not
happened to
anymore.
Hades.
Not anymore?
Long ago, we were all very different. Over the span of ages, however, even mountains erode.
Yeah, how can I trust you?
The things you say, the things you don't say. You don't make yourself seem trustworthy. You know that?
Trust is
Seems
for the
on
weak
purpose.
and the penniless.
Still not helping.
Nope, not at all.
Why, Grace, are you assuming that I, Pan, am some sort of scoundrel?
Seems
It's
so.
more that I'm stating it outright.
The hurt, the insult.
Whoa.
And after you chose
What?
me over your friend.
What is this?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what to tell you, Grace.
I devastated
Even
him
an
so
idol
much
needs
he
to
went
get by.
weird. Okay, I need to find Persephone.
You must know why I'm here, right?
Let me guess. You seek our sweet-natured proprietress.
Yes, I do.
Can you help me find her?
Work, work, work. Helping people is all I do, all day long.
I'll ask someone else
This,
then.
however, you want me to throw myself at the mercy of our lioness. You ask a great deal, Grace.
And if I ask nicely,
What if I asked you really nicely and batted my eyelashes, like so?
Oh, no. Not my one true weakness.
I could also flatter you, tell you how shiny your horns are.
All right, all right. Never let it be said that flattery gets one nowhere.
I love
Let
Pan.
me know when you're ready.
I
and
don't
I'll
trust
take
him
you
for a
to
moment, but I love him.
I really appreciate it.
Do keep that in mind.
Yeah,
After you've
it's not,
spoken
whatever
to him.
happens in there will not be your fault. I will talk to Hermes, get to know him a little bit, see what he's about.
Whoa, you're here. I mean, you gotta be somewhere, but you're here.
Not
Hello,
dead.
Hermes.
Sorry about running off on you back at the thing. Didn't really have a choice, but sorry anyway.
So
You're
what's-
not much like the other idols, are you?
No? I haven't been an idol very long. Maybe
Oh.
like a year. I've lost track. So
We are
I'm not the one to ask about the
original
idol stuff.
Hermes.
It's all cool, but mostly I do whatever Athena
Okay.
asks. Athena says one day I'll sit on the chorus. That'll be sick. Can you imagine me in charge?
Isn't Athena in charge?
Wouldn't Athena still be in charge?
Yeah, you're probably right.
That doesn't bother you?
Why would it? Athena's the nicest of the bunch. She makes the best
She's.
cookies.
So, how did you become an
You've
idol?
only been an idol for a year? How did that happen?
Probably the same way it happened with me.
Probably the same way it did with you.
Oh, the old Hermes died in your arms and then they accused you of his murder?
No. Well, yes. I mean, no, not like that. But yeah. I was there when he died. We were friends, and I was having trouble at home, and he helped me out. I miss him.
Aw. Is that normal?
You knew it was gonna happen? It wasn't a surprise?
He asked me before he left. So, no, not a surprise.
Is that usually how it happens?
Usually, yeah.
Okay, so how did you know Calliope died?
When Calliope died, you were right there, within moments. How did you know?
I told you. I got word, so I came.
From who?
But how did you get word?
Look, when an idol dies, I have to be there. So I just know. It's a Hermes thing.
Yeah, did you take
To
the body?
take the body, clean up the blood, that sort of thing?
Oh, that too, yeah. But that's on Athena's orders.
To keep the idol's secret?
Sure. Can you imagine the questions? I don't know how he hides so well as it is.
Okay, that was one question that I had. That was like, where the fuck did this body go? That's probably why he had to leave so quickly. So what do you know about this?
This is probably a stupid question, but... Do you know who might have killed
Apart
Calliope?
from me.
Ugh, why would I know anything about that?
When you came to the apartment, it seemed like you knew her.
Oh no, I only met her once. She didn't live with the rest of the idols or hang out with us very much. She seemed nice though. Angry, maybe. But I don't know who'd want to
Okay.
hurt her.
Fair enough. Angry?
How was she angry?
Pissed off. But more because she cared about everyone too much not to be. I don't know, that's what I thought anyhow. I'm probably wrong.
You're probably right. Thank you, Hermes. See you later.
I'll see you around?
If you die, then for sure. But, don't die.
I'm trying not to. Okay, so we've got Apollo. Do we talk to this new guy as well, Eros?
I thought this would be easier, but it's as if Persephone left instructions to thwart me. Every staff member I approach screams and runs off.
Screams?
I hope your search has been more successful.
Can you tell me about Persephone?
It might help if I knew more about Persephone.
It couldn't hurt. What would you like to know, exactly?
Why is everyone scared of her?
I thought she was just mad at me, but everyone seems afraid of Persephone.
Noticed that, did you? Persephone is angry with everyone, and has been for a very long time. She has her reasons. I can't say she doesn't, but she does not let go of a grudge.
Okay.
1,000 years could pass, and Persephone will remember what you did like it was yesterday.
So what's her story then?
What's Persephone's story? Her name rings a bell, but I don't...
No doubt you've heard the tale of how Hades, lord of the underworld, kidnapped a young sweet
Yeah,
goddess
it's kind of
and
weird
made
that
her his
that's
wife.
supposed to be Persephone.
That sweet young goddess was... Persephone.
Her mother, Demeter, was so enraged she blanketed the world in ice, rendering it barren and infertile. Zeus was forced to act. He decreed that Persephone would be shared
Ugh,
between
I don't like the
Demeter
way
and
you
Hades,
said
and
that.
thus
Would
the
be
matter was
shared
resolved.
between.
Well, you asked. That's her story, as the mortals tell it.
As the mortals tell it. So how much of that story is true?
So tell me, how much of Persephone's legend is true?
Well, let's see. Hades did kidnap Persephone. That certainly did happen. The idols almost went to war over it until Zeus intervened and ordered Hades and Persephone to wed. That quieted things. At least until Persephone killed Hades.
Oh! Hell yeah. She killed him?
Whoa.
As I understand it, Hades was not kind.
Oh, that
I'd like to
sucks.
say we handled it well. That Zeus and the idols were mindful of what Persephone had been through, but that would be a lie. Persephone was punished for the murder. The underworld taken from her.
Oh,
We all
why does
stood
Hades
by
have to be a
and
bad
let it
guy
happen.
once again?
She has never forgiven us. And honestly, I can't blame her.
But the idols have
Have
changed.
the idols changed much, you think, since those days?
Well, you know the saying. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
So who has the underworld now then? So
You don't come here often, I'm guessing?
Never. I'm sure Persephone only sent the membership as a formality. I doubt she thought I'd ever use it.
Don't you ever have fun? No drinking or dancing in Apollo Land?
Apollo Land.
Once. When I had the muses to keep me company.
Yeah, we're not going to flirt with him at the
Sorry.
moment.
I didn't mean to remind you.
It's all right. I'm okay.
So she murdered an idol then.
Wait, Persephone killed another idol.
Oh, long time ago, yeah.
What about all of Athena's rules? Wouldn't Persephone have been... I don't know.
I feel like the rules have
Executed.
changed.
The murder of Hades is probably why we now have that rule. Back then, we heard Persephone had usurped Hades' throne, but we couldn't believe it. It just wasn't done.
Just
Now,
not done.
of course, I look back and think we should have seen it coming. Oh, the benefit of hindsight.
Why didn't you see it coming? You're the god of prophecy.
When I look, I learned long ago not to.
So what did she do after then?
So what happened to Persephone after...
The murder? She survived, like the rest of us. She got older, and when we came to the new world, I think she would have left us if it was allowed. It isn't, so instead she did as she pleased. She started a cult,
Okay.
became a crime
Okay.
boss.
Oh, what?
It was after her last transition, but honestly, I have no insight into anything Persephone does these days.
What? Okay, so I found some help.
I found someone who will bring me to Persephone.
Finally, I'll be right behind you.
You're coming with me? But I thought...
She seems even angrier with you than she is with me. I might be able to mediate.
Okay.
We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, let's see who this Eros is. He must know Aphrodite, right? It's weird that I'm just gonna walk up to this guy. I don't know who he is. But he's there. He's a picture. Fancy looking guy though. Oh, with his little crossbow, his little bow charm thing.
Hey, you're the new muse, aren't you?
I am.
I guess I am, yeah.
Aphrodite mentioned it. Didn't figure I'd see you here, though. Oh, excuse the manners. Name's Eros, god of sex.
Oh. Oh. I like the bite of the lip. How do you know Aphrodite? Isn't he her son? In some way?
You know Aphrodite, right? I only met her the once.
Sure, she's my mother.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
How would I know? New here, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking.
Fair enough.
But you hear a lot of idols talk about each other like that. You know, mother, brother, sister, grandfather. None of us are actually related. We just played a family for so many centuries.
Okay.
It may as well be true.
Fair enough. So, she's your mother.
So Aphrodite is your mother, but not really.
That's right. A long time ago, she took care of me when I needed taking care of. The mortals, they just assumed. These days, well, it's not like that anymore.
Like, you're not friends at all?
We're not as invulnerable as we used to be. Least of all, Aphrodite.
So there's a god of sex. There's a god of everything.
Wait, did you say that you're the god of sex?
Desire, really. Sensuality. Attraction. Why? We're expecting a chubby little flying baby
Oh,
with a bow and
Cupid,
arrow.
yeah, no.
I wasn't.
I actually preferred Cupid, but Pan had to be the trickster. Spread all those stupid stories.
I'm sorry.
Why? It's not your fault. Just another grudge I get to carry around
He
forever.
seems nice. So what are you doing here then? You don't seem like you're in the mood.
The god of sex at a club. Looking for someone?
Once I might have, sure. Now I'm just here to see it happen.
See what happened?
Look out there. See all these people. The hope, the anticipation, the connections, they bounce off each other. To me, it's like lightning.
God, that look. That look! So you enjoy it?
And you enjoy that?
I used to make it happen, you know. Mortals once begged me to make it happen, to
You'd
inspire
shoot them
true
with the
love.
arrows.
But now,
Ping, ping, ping.
now I only inspire sex. Not the same thing. It's just as well. People should find true love the hard way. They'll value it more.
Are you okay?
You seem a little distracted. Is everything okay?
Of course it is. Sure. Not obvious, huh? Truth is, I don't come here that often. No, it's hard to get away. I just want... Nope, never mind.
Okay. I don't want to pry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry.
You didn't. You're the one with your life on the line.
So are you
Next to
married?
that, my problems are nothing.
I'll see you around.
Count on it.
Hopefully. Hopefully I'll see you next week, eh? Okay, so let's go talk to Persephone. So I'm just looking at the picture. So we've got Eros on the balcony on the left hand side, and underneath we've got Pan at his table, and then by the stage I think that's Hermes, and then just a little to the right of him is Apollo. That just didn't look like Apollo to me because it looks like he's wearing a business suit from this direction. But yeah, so let's go. Oh, is she just at the fucking bar? I didn't know she was just at the bar. I could have talked to her whenever. Oof, this is not going to go well. I could already tell it's going to go poorly. Oh.
If you're angry with anyone, Persephone, be angry with me. It was I who...
I will deal with you later.
Hello.
I was willing to leave you be, Grace. To wait until your guilt was certain. Yet here you are, in my domain, uninvited. Why? Are you here to beg for mercy? Are you here to challenge me? Should I be afraid?
No. I have questions.
This isn't a challenge, Persephone. I have questions.
Questions for me? Good. Because I have questions for you.
That sounds
Do you
like she's
really
fair.
expect us to believe that Calliope chose you? What's the real story? Did you stumble across her as she lay dying and desperate?
I'm
Are you
thinking
an accident? Did you learn what she was? Did you torture her, hold her at the point of death until she agreed to hand over her Eidolon?
Persephone, this isn't...
You have every reason to try to prove your innocence, Grace. But I have no reason to help you.
Yeah, we're just gonna bypass all that. There's nothing that I can do to change her mind. So she lived at your apartment. Maybe because she's so angry, she'll let things slip.
You knew Calliope.
We all knew Calliope.
She was staying at your apartment.
You knew her. better than I or anyone else suspected.
Are you implying that I had something to do with her death?
Prove you didn't. That's how idols work, isn't it?
I don't believe she did. She's at low on my list of suspects.
You hear that? You're in my house, little muse.
Okay.
You want answers? Fight for them.
Okay.
A lost little girl. You shouldn't have come here. And I sure ain't in the mood to make new friends. Go home, little girl.
Oh, she's so angry.
Shadows draw near, and you all alone. We both know how this ends. Let's see how far she bends. We all know how this ends.
We're gonna go on the attack. We want to get her angry as possible to try and like say something that she might not have otherwise.
Hello? Testing 1, 2, testing 3. Is this thing on? Are you testing me with your coterie? Open
Ooh.
expectantly, heads up, wrecking me.
That thing, okay.
Easy Persephone, when I use the moves I bring blessedly. Shadows don't scare me, see, I'll survive it. Maybe you want to do this in private.
You're lost, little girl. You're wasting our time now.
Okay, she did not react
The
to that.
call of a squeaky mouse in a lion's den. Give up, little girl. The bus home is leaving. Seen it so many times, we all know how this ends. We all
Okay,
know
yeah,
how
let's
it
try playing the audience instead.
ends.
She's singing to them, not necessarily to me.
Does everybody here know how it ends in the front row? Do you know? No? Pay dough to see the show, so stop. No spoilers, please. Maybe you're not speaking for them. They don't know how the show goes. So, oh no, don't go throw the plot in the toilet, please. Sure, you know you're an old pro, they're not. Let them enjoy it, please.
Don't you have any idea what you're dealing with, child?
She does not. She's just grasping at straws.
Surprise, coins on your
She's so tall.
eyes.
Hello, Persephone.
Give them to the ferryman.
Ooh.
Get it in your little head. You're spitting at the queen
Oh, I can't move.
of the dead.
What is that look?
Just is anyone here dead? No one? Yeah, that's probably what I would have said. Hey, let's prove that we're alive. Let me hear you. People on my right. Here we go.
I don't know whether you can lose these fights.
On the left now. Come on. What are you gonna do now, Persephone? I shout out and the crowd is there for me. Voices joyous, join me steadily. Catch that, it's the sound of destiny. Who sends for me to question me?
I just, maybe it would have worked if I went.
The dead, you dead to me. On the moves, who are you to step to me?
Oh, she's angry. She's angry. I don't know.
Don't use that word.
Which one?
You have no right to use
Muse.
that word.
Muse. She was friends with her.
After what you did to
I think she was legitimately one of the only friends she had.
I just kill you and wipe the
I think
floor
they were
with you.
they were
Don't
both
use that
angry
word.
at the world, maybe for
You
different
have to fight
reasons.
to use that word. You don't go in and take. That's your biggest mistake. For Calliope's sake.
I think we're gonna let her win.
You overcame so much on your own. You should be praised. I'm done throwing stones. Please believe me.
I like Persephone, okay? That is one of my favourite stories in Greek.
I hereby concede you wanted blood. Well, there's no more to bleed. Your queen's above that. Now I get that. But can you
That was a weird way of like doing it, but it felt appropriate.
help a lost little girl?
Oh, she's oh. You they're both gobsmacked. They're like, what the fuck?
Well, you won.
So it appears. If what you told the chorus is true, why do you think Calliope came to you that night?
I mean, I don't think she thought I could help. Like, I think maybe she did choose me, but I don't know for sure. I just don't think she thought... I think she thought she was dying, and I was like one of the last conversations she had, and she was like, this girl is like me, she'll continue, she won't be put under the chorus. I don't know.
I honestly don't know. I'm not even sure how she knew where I lived. She must have followed me.
I see. All right, Grace. Come with me.
Okay. He's shocked. He looked a bit nervous.
Calliope came to me years ago. She'd grown tired of arguing with the idols, tired of being branded a troublemaker. She couldn't watch the idols wither away without a fight. I knew how she felt. So I gave her the apartment.
So, were you friends? How well did you know her?
So you must know better than anyone what she's been up to.
Not exactly. Calliope and I haven't spoken for at least 2 years. After I heard the news, I went to the apartment and turned it upside down. I had to know the truth.
That was you?
I didn't find anything. Nothing to say what she had been involved with, or gotten into, or who she might have been
So
fighting
you
with.
thought it must have been me then? So you still think I might have done
So
it?
what now? Do you still think I'm guilty?
You're clever. You let me win our showdown, and that's a solid move. Calliope may well have chosen you.
If it wasn't Grace, that means someone else was behind Calliope's death. Someone who could keep their involvement hidden.
I think it was one of the chorus.
One of us.
Must it be an idol? I mean, if it was a human, they would have wanted to stay around to get the power, right?
Does it have to be an idol? You thought I killed Calliope. Couldn't it have been some other mortal?
Despite how he might look, it's not a simple matter to kill an idol.
It was difficult enough to believe you had done it. If another mortal killed her, they somehow escaped detection. We found nothing, no evidence of a battle.
You looked?
Of course
they
we
did.
looked. What do you think was happening while you waited? If Calliope was attacked elsewhere, even magic
I
revealed
mean,
no
she
trace
came to
of
the
it.
door injured. Magic?
Wait. Did you say magic?
We're gods, but...
You can battle me through a song in a world of your own creation, and yet magic is beyond belief?
Just the fact that you say it.
Sure, I just thought...
We have our powers just as you have yours.
I can grow a field of corn like nobody's business.
Some would say our powers are also magic, but true magic is a different and older power. Hecate's domain.
Hecate.
And it was of no use here.
We shouldn't rule it out. We haven't tried everything yet.
So, did she have enemies?
Did Calliope have any enemies? The way you talk about her, she must have. What? What am I missing?
Calliope had a way of making people angry.
So, but
could
was there
be
anyone in particular?
Argumentative.
Like, if she got argumentative,
Yes, but
who
enough
would
to
be
make
there?
enemies who wanted her dead?
Who would be there to, like,
Not that
argue
you
back
or
at
I
her?
know of, apparently, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist.
Should we? What about Pan? Does he?
What about Pan? He showed up at my place out of nowhere. right after I left the chorus.
He did what?
I have to wonder what his angle is.
He has one, that's for certain. Though I've never thought of him as a killer.
Okay.
It would be too messy.
Still, we should consider the idea. For him to show up so quickly is odd.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that he's the bad guy, you know. What about Athena?
What about Athena? She seemed awfully insistent on declaring
She
me
only backed
guilty,
off when
don't you
the
think?
others.
Athena? No, Athena follows the rules.
Yeah, that's why she backed off.
Well,
Athena has one goal, and one goal only. To protect the idols. And that included Calliope.
But would she kill
She'll
Calliope
eventually
to
drive
save
us all
the other
mad
ones?
with her vigilance, but break her own rules? I don't see it.
I mean, the rule is that... Well, actually, would she kill Calliope to save the rest of the idols? I'm not going to say that they're both still suspects. They are, but I'm not going to tell them that. So, should we tell her then?
Couldn't we go to Athena with this? If you've changed your minds and you're both part of the chorus...
Athena would be sympathetic, but the die has been cast.
She won't go back on the edict, not without clear evidence.
Okay.
Oh, now you want evidence?
She acted on the information she had. If we want to sway her, we need something better.
What are you thinking? Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to tell them both that they're suspects.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do. You know the idols. Don't you have any ideas?
I told you I wouldn't be of much help, Grace.
Did you now? That's unsurprising. When are you ever of help to anyone but yourself?
Don't yell at
Says
each
the
other.
woman who forced Grace to challenge her rather than answer a simple question.
Calliope died.
I had to
Apollo.
sing you as
Calliope,
well.
who came with us all the way from the old world.
You think I don't know that? Are you forgetting what the muses meant to me?
Please, both of you. None of this will help Calliope. I know you both miss her. I know you cared about her, but she's not completely gone. A piece of her is in me. She came to me for help, and I don't want to die any more than she did.
Oh, we're singing again. We're singing again.
Calliope, I'm listening.
I get very excited when the musical numbers come up.
Tell us what and you were doomed to.
Calliope, blinded by fire, one match did you strike that consumed you.
Oh wow, she's got a picture of her in her office.
How could you blame her? What could she have done to earn such a
Oh,
fate
now they're yelling in song.
blinded?
God of the sun hides from his own eyes. What would you know about fate?
Oh dear.
You say that you knew her, she was family to us, yet you don't hesitate to accuse her. Oh, queen without a throne, go bitter with fury, not everyone seeks to betray you.
Stop this.
There is something missing we're blinded to.
Yes, there's more to see.
Just stop yelling at each other, please.
Follow your help is not needed
No,
here.
please
Go ahead
stop.
and abandon another muse.
How could you throw that gauntlet at me? Could your heart shrivel any further?
They're both mourning.
Abandon me to
Of
a terrible fate.
You replay your injuries
It's
till
far
it's
too
too late.
You know how far I've been
I
before
am
I
trapped.
snapped.
This is
is
not
not
about
about
you.
you.
Enough! This helps no one.
There he is, God of the
Okay,
sun.
you need to calm down.
Apollo, for my sake, take a deep breath. I need your help, not your anger. These old wounds
Yeah, I need both of your help, but not your anger.
You can't see yourselves.
He doesn't know what's important.
And you do.
Ugh.
Follow him or stay.
Fuck. Ah! I feel like if I stay with Persephone, I can come back to Apollo if I need to.
That Apollo isn't sucking all the oxygen
But I feel like if
out
I
of the
followed
room,
Apollo, she would
perhaps
never
we can
talk
get
to me
somewhere.
again. Yeah, he got a bit much in that song. He got a bit God of the Sun.
The way he got all ragey. That was a
He
surprise.
didn't seem like that
The
type.
glimpse you had, that anger, that's the true Apollo, the one behind his mopey exterior. Remember it. I'll admit the problem you present is a sticky one. If an idol is behind Calliope's death, they're clever. I need time to formulate a plan.
Okay. You really gonna help?
You've decided to help me then? I wasn't sure you would.
I've already admitted that Calliope might actually
Yeah,
have
but-
chosen you. Don't push your luck.
Oh, I didn't mean...
You have fight in you. You've taken quickly to the Muse's powers. It's possible that she saw the potential. So yes, I'll help you. If, however, this has all been a desperate
kill me
deception...
yourself.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
So is Athena really not an option then?
I have to ask, is Athena really not an option? She wouldn't see what you see? At all?
She might. Athena's no fool. She sees everything in terms of risk. Anything with the
risk.
slightest chance of being a danger to the idols will not be tolerated.
So I'm a risk?
In this scenario, I'm the unacceptable risk?
Or Calliope is.
At worst, a murderer. At best, a usurper.
I have to be a usurper? I can't just be a happy accident?
In Athena's world, there are only dangerous accidents.
Dangerous accidents, huh? Oh, well, I guess this is better than fight. Do I want to flirt with her? I do want to flirt with her so much. I don't want to flirt with everybody, though.
I like this better than fighting with you. Way better.
Helping you rather than wanting you dead, you mean?
Yes.
You seem like a woman who gets what she wants.
These days, yes.
Then I'd really rather have you on my side.
Wise choice.
Oh. So tell me what I should do.
What should I do while you're formulating? I don't like sitting on my hands.
Especially when my life is
Yeah,
at stake.
I've noticed. If you wish to keep busy, burn down the city. Start a revolution. Become a terror the likes of which mortals only dream.
Really?
No.
No, Grace. Go home. Be patient. When you see me next, I'll have a better idea of what to do.
Okay. Queen without a throne. Whoa, in the deep end. That was quick. And we're at Act 2.
Hey, Freddy.
Freddy.
Is everything okay?
Not really. I felt like crap after you left. I don't know why I acted like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some
She
new
got
world.
insecure and
without
nervous.
me.
Yeah. I don't want to flirt with everybody, but I want to flirt with her as well. Yeah, I never leave you.
I'd never leave you behind, Freddy. You know that, right?
I'm still ready and willing to be your high priestess, if that's what it takes.
I don't want that.
If you could just help me get through this next week, that'd be plenty.
Deal. Why don't you start by telling me what happened tonight?
Okay.
Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the
I
nose.
feel it's a bit
I
spiteful as
wouldn't
well.
suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up staying with her instead of Apollo? I don't know, Grace. She sounds a
I
little
don't like all this
volatile.
judgment you're giving me.
She has her reasons. I just hope I don't end up on her bad side again.
You'll figure your way out of it. You're still you.
Oh, thank you.
I am still me. That's true.
I am.
So what are your options? You need to go back to Persephone at some point?
I could go back to Apollo's as well. Make sure he's not sore about what happened.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Probably not. I think that's where the idols
That name
live.
keeps coming up. The idols live there, or at least most of them do.
Sounds cool. Even if Pan is there.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me.
I don't know
Grace.
if I want
Thanks,
to bring
Freddie.
her to Olympus.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Okay, so we're at day 2. So I should talk to Persephone or go see what Pan wants. I don't think I want to go see Persephone because she said she'd come to us. Let's look at the journal. So we've got some more stuff. I finally got back to the apartment after leaving the underworld, and of course Freddie was there waiting up for me. She felt really bad about how things went down with Pan. I guess I have to keep in mind that my song power draws things out of people, right? The good and the bad. And I can't control which it is. At least it's nice to know that Fred's still on my side. Okay. Yep. So apparently after the years of arguing with the idols and making everyone angry, Calliope finally left Olympus. And that's when she became friends with Persephone, who gave her the apartment. However, Persephone says they haven't spoken in 2 years, so she doesn't know what Calliope's been doing lately either. Why did they stop talking to each other? That's the question. I ran into none other than Hermes at the underworld. I'm pretty sure they didn't follow me there. They were just vibing. You know, for an idol, they don't seem that bad. Ugh. You said that and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, immediate mistrust. Would you believe that Hermes has only been an idol for a year or so? They talk a lot about the old Hermes, so I guess they must have gone through something like me. They were there when the old Hermes died and his Eidolon passed on to them. How often does that happen, I wonder? They answered one question at least, about how they showed up at the apartment so quickly. Apparently when an idol dies, Hermes has to be there. Whoever Hermes is at the time, I guess. They were kind of closed-mouthed about it, but they just know. Strange story, but what else is new? Nothing for Aphrodite yet. So wow, seeing Apollo and Persephone biting each other's heads off was really eye-opening. Do all the idols hold grudges against each other like this? If so, it's no wonder one of them got murdered. That's a horrible thing to say. Apollo brought me to see Persephone, but who do you think almost tanked the entire thing? That's right, he did. He got all big and angry like he was about to start hurtling thunderbolts and stormed out to the underworld like an angry child. I still can't believe it. Okay, so Persephone laughed when I asked if Athena might be a suspect, like the suggestion was ridiculous. Athena's entire existence is based on protecting the idols, and apparently she'd never break her own rules. She sounds so fun. I think she would. I think it might be the case of whatever Calliope was planning, Athena might have killed her to, like, you know, stop it from happening to protect the other ones. Okay, so Apollo gave me the down low on Persephone. Apparently the whole story about how she was kidnapped by Hades, Lord of the Underworld, is more or less true. He made Persephone his bride against her will, and the other idols did squat to stop it. What the stories don't mention is how she later killed Hades and took his throne, only to have that throne taken away by the other idols as punishment for the murder. Persephone's pretty pissed about it, and honestly, who wouldn't be? When I finally met Persephone at a nightclub, she almost immediately challenged me to a song duel, which I let her win, of course, and I think she knew it. Thus, she finally answered my questions. Even if it didn't mean much, she gave Calliope the apartment, sure, but because Persephone felt sorry for her. They haven't spoken in maybe 2 years. Seems like the idols do this a lot. Things got ugly between Apollo and Persephone pretty quickly until Apollo stormed out, and I let him go. I mean, sure, 2 minutes before Persephone wanted my head in a platter, but now she was willing to help. Isn't that what he brought me here for? So she's my new ally now, I suppose. She says that if an idol is really behind Calliope's death and was able to cover up their involvement, finding them might be difficult. Which, great. And yes, I actually ran into Pan again at the underworld. Just by coincidence, so he says, hanging around in the very place his tip led me to. Eventually, granted, the underworld is his kind of place, but what are the odds? He seems like the kind of guy who goes there every single night. Pan agreed to help me find Persephone, who either didn't know I was at the club or was avoiding me. The place is huge, and this time he didn't even ask for anything in return. I just had to bat my eyelashes at him and say pretty please. Neither Apollo nor Persephone seemed to consider Pan much of a suspect. He's not a murderer, according to them, even though his sudden involvement is really suspicious. And we've got our new boy. I met Eros, the god of sex, just hanging around in the underworld, looking like a Turkish wrestler taking a quick break from his BDSM dungeon. He was nice enough, if kind of wrapped up in his own problems. Hardly seemed the killer type, but what do I know? So we've got day 2 now.